See this fucking balls? Lick 'em. Listen, haters are going to hate, and the fact that Tony Bellew and Carl Froch didn't make any money out of the game is obviously hurtful to them. And I'm making the biggest bags that's ever existed.
Tyson Fury, seemingly unfazed by losing twice to Usyk, is now focusing his energy on attacking Carl Froch, who trolled him over the defeats.
Tony Bellew and Carl Froch do a little mock-up fight somewhere, see if they can get anyone interested in it. Who cares what they think? They're just average little boxers, no personality.
The whole situation is as messy as Fury's defense in the rematch. Instead of taking the loss gracefully, he's targeting Froch, known for never holding back his opinions.
Tyson hasn't got the fitness or the engine anymore for 12 solid rounds. To beat Usyk, you've got to be able to sustain the pace.
Froch bluntly criticized Fury, blaming his poor training and accusing him of being all talk with no real action.
A bit of hatred for Usyk there, because he's ruined his legacy and he's ruined him at the end of his career. He's had back-to-back defeats now. Can he mentally cope with that and retire? I know he's got 100 million quid in the bank, which is going to soften the blow, but bottom line is...
Fury, being Fury, didn't take the critique lightly. Instead, they fired back with an over-the-top response, exactly what you'd expect from someone still nursing their bruised ego.
Usyk! No, he won't be furious. He'll be okay.
You will be furious? You will be angry?
No, I won't be angry. I'll be focused.
They told me that when you are in a...
Fury was deeply stung when FR called his performance terrible, unprofessional, and criticized his corner for being chaotic, overcrowded with voices, and lacking a clear strategy, leaving no room for defense as the criticism continued.
It's obviously hurtful to him. And I'm making the biggest bags that's ever existed. I've just signed the biggest deal in boxing history, which I can't divulge to you right now.
Froch criticized Fury, mocking his obsession with money as embarrassing and claiming it overshadowed his legacy. He accused Fury of trading greatness for a big paycheck, effectively selling out what made him unique. Froch implied that Fury's focus on cash tarnished his once special reputation in the sport.
Not everybody's mentally as strong as me. Like, a lot of negative stuff can bring other people down. But it doesn't do shit to me because it's just like water off a duck's back. It doesn't do anything. I'm waterproof.
Carl Froch didn't hold back, seizing the moment to draw comparisons to himself while questioning Tyson Fury's resilience. Froch suggested Fury lacks the grit to bounce back from humiliation, painting him as a loud braggart whose bravado can no longer mask his vulnerabilities. The fight itself, held on December 21, 2024, was a seismic moment in boxing. Oleksandr Usyk delivered a performance so commanding it left many wondering if Fury had even prepared for his opponent. Usyk's brilliance exposed cracks in Fury's armor, leaving fans and critics alike questioning the future of the once dominant heavyweight champion.
Bottom line is, Oleksandr Usyk won the fight. On my scorecard, it was the same as the judge. It was 4 or 5 rounds, 117, 112 or 116.
Usyk, smaller by over 40 pounds and several inches, didn't just win, he outclassed Fury with precision, strategy, and exceptional boxing IQ. Fury, known for his agility despite his size, appeared sluggish and overwhelmed, struggling to match Usyk's superior footwork, head movement, and tactical brilliance in a masterful performance.
There was times when Fury was backing him up and leaning on him and putting his weight on him and pushing him around the body and holding on to him. And that's how you make the fight messy. But you tire Usyk out and you win the rounds. Put a couple of shots together, lean on him. But that takes a bit of energy from Tyson. And he wasn't able to sustain it. He wasn't able to do it for long enough periods.
Every time Fury tried to impose his size, Usyk danced around, countering with precise jabs that left Fury frustrated and sluggish. It was like chasing a shadow. Despite Fury's power, Usyk proved size means nothing with a solid plan, outmaneuvering him effortlessly and reading his moves as if armed with a cheat sheet.
Usyk was getting marked up, he landed his headshots, he had his moments of success, but when he did have success and he was doing well, and I was thinking that's a good little combo.
By round 9, it wasn't a fight, it was a clinic. Usyk's sharp combinations and relentless pace pinned Fury to the ropes, forcing a standing 8 count that screamed, game over. That round didn't just define the bout, it solidified Usyk's legacy as a heavyweight mastermind, dismantling even the division's most formidable opponents.
I love that shit, man.
What do you reckon, right man won?
Right man won. I think Fury, what would he do now? His head will, and his heart will be absolutely broken. I think he was always having to react instead of actually being the activator.
Usyk didn't just beat Fury, he reshaped the entire narrative of the heavyweight division. Analysts like Eddie Hearn and Teddy Atlas now call him a generational great, a title that was up for grabs before this fight. With an undefeated record across cruiserweight and heavyweight, including back-to-back wins over Anthony Joshua and a dominant victory over Fury, Usyk is now discussed alongside legends like Ali and Lennox Lewis. His ability to outthink and outbox opponents much larger than him is not just impressive, it's historic.
See that he actually got a bit of hatred for Usyk there, because he's ruined his legacy and he's ruined him at the end of his career. He's had back-to-back defeats now. Can he mentally cope with that and retire? I know he's got 100 million quid in the bank, which is going to soften the blow, but bottom line is, money shouldn't be your king. But Usyk was just too good. El Supremo, Oleksandr Usyk. I think now it's time to walk away into the sunset and not risk his legacy, because you see fighters fight on for too long.
At 37, Usyk has achieved more than most fighters dream of, an Olympic gold medal and undisputed titles in 2 divisions. Retirement would be a fitting conclusion, but boxing thrives on stories, and Usyk isn't finished yet. There's more to his journey, and fans are eager to see what's next.
Tony Bellew and Froch do a little mock-up fight somewhere, see if they can get anyone interested in it. Who cares what they think? They're just average little boxers.
Fury triggered the rematch clause quickly, paving the way for a potential showdown in October 2024. Meanwhile, Usyk is also rumored to face top contenders like Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. Regardless, Usyk's options are plentiful and exciting, ensuring a thrilling future in the heavyweight division.
Getting old and tired, because he was tiring in there, but to still pull out the performance that he pulled out and do what he's done. If he walks away now, he's finishing really on a massive high.
Tyson Fury's decision to push for an immediate rematch with Oleksandr Usyk has raised eyebrows, with critics like Froch questioning the wisdom of rushing back into the ring. Froch argues that this could be a dangerous move for Fury, as his performance against Usyk wasn't just technically flawed, it also suggested possible mental struggles. Fury's subdued demeanor before the fight and lackluster performance during it don't exactly convey a fighter ready for redemption. Facing a confident Usyk without significant changes to his approach could make matters worse for Fury. However, analysts like Paulie Malignaggi believe Fury can still turn things around, but he needs to overhaul his strategy. Instead of trying to outbox Usyk, Fury should focus on using his size and power, something he failed to do in their first encounter. He must cut off the ring, control the pace, and prevent Usyk from finding his rhythm. Additionally, Fury's conditioning must improve. He faded in the later rounds while Usyk remained fresh. Without better stamina, Fury's chances of victory are slim.
And is quite sort of nonchalant with his body language and disrespectful, and people don't like it. You know, if you're at the top and you're
Froch didn't hold back in criticizing John's involvement in Tyson's corner, calling it damaging and unprofessional. He pointed to the Usyk fight as evidence, noting the confusion during crucial moments when John's loud, conflicting instructions drowned out any sense of a game plan. Froch suggested that if Tyson wants to get his career back on track, he might need to consider sidelining his dad altogether. According to Froch, the chaotic dynamic in Tyson's corner is a serious issue that needs addressing for his future success.
But to be honest, it's not a big fight for me. It's not something I get excited for. It's almost like the battle of the losers, isn't it? They both lost to Usyk.
This isn't Tyson Fury's first time facing criticism, but his words carry more weight after the Usyk loss. He argued that Tyson's success is often overshadowed by John's dramatic press conferences and public clashes with fans and pundits.
whilst you've got 2 other people giving you advice, that means you're listening to absolutely nobody.
The Fury family's dynamics have always been complex, but the pressure of the Usyk fight amplified them. John's passionate defense of Tyson, though driven by love, often crosses into overbearing territory. Even during Tyson's earlier bouts, like the Wilder trilogy, John's outspoken nature took the spotlight. He publicly criticized Tyson's training choices, even demanding more control over his preparation. While Tyson won the fight, the tension within the camp was undeniable, highlighting the ongoing friction.
I think that Usyk should probably hang his gloves up. I think Usyk's completed the game. Former undisputed cruiserweight champ. Completed it at cruiserweight. Beat everybody in style. It wasn't really... I mean, he was in a couple of tricky fights. Never really in any serious problems. So.
Former heavyweight champion David Haye has questioned whether Tyson Fury's loyalty to his father is holding him back. While family support is important, Haye pointed out that John Fury's roles as father, trainer, and spokesperson may lead to unnecessary interference. This volatile mix could be detrimental to Tyson, especially when facing opponents like Oleksandr Usyk, who bring unmatched discipline and focus to the ring.
He's been a fantastic fighter. He's had an unbelievable career. but he's not what he thinks or what he's telling everybody or what Big John Fury is telling everybody. How he's unbeaten. No